Darling, just hold me.
Yo, what is up guys? How's it going? It's Chris and Brits here, and today marks our 2-year anniversary. So we decided to just share a bit, just to sit with you guys and just share a bit of what we've learned through this journey. And yeah, so just before we start the video, let's do a recap. So last week, while you guys were watching the other vlog, I was actually on a camp, on a youth camp actually, and yeah, it was really great. We had lots of fun. I met lots of cool people, and it was just, you know, loads of fun and stuff. So I actually came back on the Thursday, left about lunchtime, arrived here in the afternoon, unpacked my bags, repacked my bags. Friday morning, 2 o'clock, we drove all the way from Windhoek down to Cape Town.
It was a long drive.
17 hours later, we are here. So we haven't vlogged much.
No.
We captured some B-roll and stuff like that, but yeah, we were just so exhausted. But anyways guys, so back to the topic at hand. How to sustain a long-term relationship. You know, many guys or many couples these days, you see them like for a month or 2 months or 3 months. 3 months is probably considered like a long-term relationship by now.
Yeah.
And we just believe that relationships should be, you know, meant to last longer.
Yeah.
So how do you do that? You know, what have we learned from like being together for 2 years? How do we do it? So we're just gonna share that with you guys. Okay.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not all sunshine.
It's not all sunshine and rainbows. It's like compromising a lot of things.
Sacrificing
lots. Like, man, not only considering yourself, but considering the other person as well, in the things that you do and the plans you make. And
yeah, that's a big adjustment. Like,
yeah, because for a while you just like, you know, you're just by yourself and but now you have to like consider the other person and what that guy or that girl is feeling, or you know, just so that you don't play with their emotions.
Yeah.
As well. Sorry.
You have to be willing to sacrifice and not just.
Yeah. And it must be equal. It can't just be, okay, I'm gonna sacrifice this.
And I'm gonna sacrifice everything, and you don't have to sacrifice
at all. Like, that just doesn't work, because then it leads to fighting, and you know what? It's like, don't give up either. Compromising is like being selfless and not just having it all about yourself. Also just like thinking about the other person.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. One other thing that I learned, apart from like communication and all of that and compromising and all that stuff, it's probably like to be rational about things, not to be emotional about it. And to have self-control, and to like, how can I say, like, it's so easy to just respond in emotion. Like, if she upsets me now, like, to just, you know, throw a tantrum and throw a fit, you know, come angry and irritated for something that's really nothing, you know. And so to have that self-control, and to be able to just put your emotions on hold and say, okay, let's not be emotional, let's be rational about this. You know, I know you feel like this way, but this is how I feel. And I think that comes in especially with conflict situations. Like, apart from just, you know, compromising and stuff like that, to be able to put the other person's needs above yours, but to also, you know, have that self-control, to have the discipline actually to be able to do that. That's also something important that I learned. I get irritated really fast if things don't go my way, and the things, you know, if let's say Brits does something, and you know, if something happens, you know, and it isn't right what happened, but you know, then I take it like way out of proportion. Like, it's like a small thing, and then my response is like this big, you know. It's just to keep the response rational, and to think about it like, if Brits, let's take an example. Brits forgot to say happy birthday to my mother, and it's a big deal for me, and whatever, you know. It's actually not a massive deal, you know. She can still wish her happy birthday or whatever. And it's like this small problem, but now I start freaking out, and I say, no, she's so selfish, and she doesn't think about other people, and I'm making this problem so much bigger.
than it actually.
And what I'm actually just doing is just that I'm making the problem bigger. Instead of just saying, you know what, it's fine, let me put my emotions on hold. Okay, you didn't say happy birthday to my mother, but okay, please text her now and tell her happy birthday, it will mean a lot to her, whatever, you know. And then that probably carries over to the next point, which is communication.
Communication is a massive.
Yeah, we can write a book
Of communication.
like 7 pillars of a long-term relationship.
By Chris and Brits.
I don't know what those 7 pillars will be, but communication will definitely have to be one of them. Like, because you're so used to just internalizing your feelings or maybe internalizing your plans, especially for us guys, and it's easy to do that, but you need to learn to communicate. You need to learn to vocalize those things and not just internalize it.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Plans, emotions.
What
you're feeling.
Exactly. There is a fine line, however. I think there's also a thing of you wanna communicate, but you also don't wanna carry over that emotional response, like in a conflict situation, you know.
Yeah.
So for me, what I like to do, Brits doesn't like it, but you know, when we have a fight or something, I'll just keep quiet, you know,
until he's cooled down. And
until I've cooled down, because I realize that if I'm gonna say something now, like she wants me to, it's not gonna be very nice, and she's gonna be angry at me
and
for
I'm gonna
even
be
longer.
Hurt or whatever.
Yeah. So,
but it works, because then I think at that moment I'm really upset with him because he's not saying anything.
Yeah.
But you know what? At the end, like, it's actually like a good thing, because you rather not say it and regret it. Because if you say it and it's a bad thing, then you'll regret it later.
Yeah. So you'd rather not say it,
yeah,
and not regret it.
But like conflict-wise.
Yeah. That's just. I think that's only conflict. That's like the only exception to
shush.
Shutting up, you know. Otherwise, I think it's really important to communicate and to, especially like expectations and stuff. Like right at the start of your relationship, establish what are your expectations. Say, listen, yeah, I expect us to get married in X amount of years, and that's my goal.
Yeah.
If that's not your goal, then that's fine. But then communicate that. You say, tell her, listen, yeah, I don't want to marry you one day. This is just like a casual date, you know, a casual fling or whatever. And to be upfront with those types of things, because you can't be playing with people's hearts and stuff. So as far as tips go for you guys, communicate. So guys, I know it's hard. I still struggle with it, but communicate. Tell her what you're feeling, you know, except when you're angry. Don't respond to those emotions, because then you're gonna hurt her, and it's gonna take a while to heal, for her to heal from that. And yeah, so communicate. Then what else do we say? So what is communicate like for girls? What is that? What is that tip?
Can I say, don't be too over emotional.
Yeah.
About everything, because then it's just chaos.
You communicate your emotion, because if you just keep it to yourself,
quiet, and then they're like, "Are you okay?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And
especially for girls, because I mean, girls are emotional in general.
Yeah,
That's just how they are, guys. Just get used to it. So she needs to be able to talk about her emotions, to get them out of the way. Otherwise, it's gonna bubble up.
And then one day it's
a massive explosion because you forgot to put the milk back in the fridge.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Okay, so that ties into self-control, and so guys, that's like when it's conflict time, that time will probably come. Don't sweat it, girls. You know, it's not like you're gonna break up because you fought. Every couple fights at some point. It's normal. But how you deal with that conflict is essential. So for the guys, just stay calm. You know, I know you're probably boiling over, but keep your response proportionate to the problem.
Yeah.
And even when it's a big problem, you know, don't do or say anything that you'll regret, because you don't want to how can I say, you don't want to ruin the relationship. You don't want to break up with her because
of something little.
Not even something little, but I mean, you don't want to ruin a good relationship because, you know, something happened.
Yeah.
I believe in working things through.
Yes.
And
it takes time, eh?
It does take time.
A lot of time.
It does take practice as well. I mean, your first year is probably going to be more ups and downs than anything else, you know. And then the last point, compromising. Okay, so for the guys, there's a fine line between compromising in a good way and in a bad way. In a good way, that would be leaving room for your future, you know, to develop, you know, not planning in such a way that if she's not part of it, then you'll have no life, you know, but planning in such a way that she feels that there's still room for her to get into it.
Go in, yeah.
But if for some reason you guys don't end up getting married or whatever, then your life is not in shambles, you know. That would be the bad compromising. Like compromising in a way that,
just like,
you know, I'm gonna give up on engineering just for you, you know. That's also not good. So think logically about these things, you know. You don't, especially young couples, I would say high school to at least 25, those are the years that you gain the most experience. So don't make your relationship
just based on,
or don't let don't let the relationship be the cause of you not going out and gaining experience, and, you know, gaining work experience, gaining, you know, life experience, whatever, you know. So that's probably for the guys. And for the girls, what would you say?
But I think that's also like the same for the girls as well, like
compromising
in the matter of like how you're also gonna plan your future, and
and
compromising like time with, how can I say like with your friends and stuff. Because you also need to spend time with them.
You need friends.
You need friends as well, but you also need, like, you have time with your boyfriend, you also need time with your friends.
Yeah, there's a time and a place for everything.
There's a time and a place for everything. And you know what, the coolest thing I think we've learned, as well as compromising, is like getting another like couple friend.
Like insight, like, getting someone else's opinion also,
Yeah, and help, like letting people
speak into the relationship.
So just like compromising with friends, and, you know, still having a little bit of your like alone time, because then it just like builds you up more as also like as a person, but it'll also make a relationship.
I think for the girls it tends to become the bad compromise. Like they off the bat they
leave just everything.
Off the bat they don't have a problem with compromising, but the problem comes in they compromise
too much,
maybe too much at the beginning of the relationship. They'll probably say something like, you know, I'll leave
my friends for you.
I'll leave my friends for you, or whatever. It's like an emotional decision, whereas the guys don't like compromising at all. So that's like the two. You both need to like find each other in the midway point. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it was helpful to you guys. We are enjoying this Cape Town weather right now. It's just amazing. And we're gonna be spending our day together, 2 years. And so yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope it was helpful above all else.
I also hope so.
And hope you guys can take something from it, you know. If you have any questions about anything, please feel free to say so, or to do something down in the comments. Just say, hey, listen, I have this question, what about yada yada yada. Okay, so anyways, guys, see you all not next week, soon. It's Vlogmas time. We're going to be uploading a bit more regularly. So subscribe down below, turn on those notifications, send us a DM of those notifications turned on, and we'll give you a shout out in the next video. Okay guys, see you next time, whatever.
Next time,
same place, same time. Okay, cheers man. Peace.
Darling, just hold me.